All right, now we are talking. Today, I wanted to take a look at the 2023 games for Xbox that were revealed during the Xbox Bethesda showcase these last few weeks. There are some really, really good ones in here, including one that I really think people have been sleeping on, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about it. Let's just get right into it because I'm really excited to talk about these games. And just before I do get into it, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when these videos go live. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. So the first game that I'm going to talk about is one that I don't think, I'll be honest, I don't think the marketing's doing a good job for it, but I think this game is going to be our gargantuan hit. It's Ark 2. So Ark 2, if you don't know, is the sequel to Ark, and Ark was a hugely, hugely popular game. What One thing that needs to be considered about Ark 2 is, yes, I know the marketing's been around Vin Diesel, but there's a huge community around Ark. So I think this game is really going to take off. And in addition to that, the fact that it's coming to Game Pass means accessibility is going to be easier than ever. So we've seen the Vin Diesel stuff, and it's a little humorous, but people are really excited about this game. They really love dinosaurs. And I think the addition of some sort of campaign might be intriguing to some users. Granted, I don't know why the Vin Diesel stuff isn't doing anything for me. Like, riding dinosaurs is cool enough. I don't know why they wanted Vin Diesel. I should have probably looked that up, but all we know about this is it's coming before June 2023. It is going to be hugely popular for the Xbox brand. But you know what else I want to talk about? A game that I am personally really excited about. That is one that I think is going to do well for Xbox, but one that I cannot wait to play is Replaced. So this was originally supposed to come out in 2022, but it was delayed to 2023. I really, really love the presentation style. I love this sort of pixel art animation that they're doing. And I know a lot of people do that, but I love the presentation here. So you're trapped. You're an AI trapped in a human body. We know that it's going to be a platformer, and apparently you have to solve something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but the art style won so many people over because they like that sort of cyberpunk aesthetic. So let's just jump forward a little bit and just look at what we can expect from some of the combat. Yeah, it just looks cool, right? Clearly platforming, and it reminds me of Limbo, how Limbo was a platformer, but just like because of their commitment to the art style, their commitment to the storytelling within the art style, it has me very excited about Replaced coming out 2023. We believe that one is, yeah, all we know is before June 2023. So yeah, the original date was on the end of that trailer, actually. Next up, what did I have here? Oh, yes, this one. So this is one that did nothing for me until I actually saw gameplay. And that game is Replaced. So we now know that Replaced is coming out June 2023. I have to imagine that this one is going to be earlier in the year. And I personally think that the gunplay looks really, really good. I loved the sound design and how that mixed with each of the characters' abilities. I loved the presentation for this event. I think it was one of the stronger presentations out of everything that we saw. And you can play it solo, so it does seem like there's going to be a story element, or you can play it co-op if you choose. And I'm just really, really excited to try out all the different characters and see how their abilities play together, how they work as a solo player, and do a lot of exploration. They showed a lot of like little hints, like clearly there's a collectible a little bit later in the trailer. Let's just jump forward to it. Yeah, so here they are. They're doing some co-op stuff, and they're showing off, how they fight with the vampires, and then they ended with this really cool montage of abilities, and that's sort of like what got me really excited about it. I'm like, okay, I can see how this works. You're using, I don't know what else to call it, magic, and working as a team to kill out all these enemies. And of course, we got a sneak peek at the upgrade tree, and I love loot. So Redfall is one that didn't do anything for me until the showcase. And honestly, it's the first time I actually thought that their presentation was really, really good for the game. The next one, I've had a lot to say about Starfield in the last few videos, and the more that I think about it, the more I think that as long as they solve the performance issues I brought up concerns about, I think this game's going to be great, and I think I'm going to play the absolute crap out of this game. A lot of people have latched on to things like the over 1,000 planets. It seems like they're going to be able to indicate which planets are worth your time going to. So if you just want to mainline it, it'll be about 40 hours. I think that's a really, really sweet spot for games like Fallout 3, if you just want to mainline it. But I remember when I did with Fallout 3, I basically got pretty close to the end, and I did the same thing with Fallout 4, and I knew the point of no return in Fallout 4. So I did that, and then I started unlocking different endings, right? I think I'm going to do the same thing with Starfield. I'm just going to like get really, really far in the main story, and then I'm just going to get lost in side quests. So regardless of the criticisms that we've heard about Starfield, and let's jump forward into some of the action. You got to remember that it's going to have great storytelling. Like Bethesda has always had really compelling stories in all of their games, even Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. And I played all of those games. We don't talk about Fallout 76, okay? We don't talk about it. I'm not a big fan of Fallout 76. But I am pretty excited about Starfield. You know, it's a space adventure. At first, the reveal didn't do a ton for me, but the more I think about the potential of the kind of experiences we're going to get, the more I get excited about it. So yeah, I'm coming around on it. Still worried, still taking a wait and see approach, but this is my third pick. So that's number 3. We still got a few more to go, and there are a few that I am tremendously excited for that I want to get to. So Starfield, obviously a lot of people's picks, but mine, and I think it's so stupid that this game is mired in controversy, but one of my top picks is Forza Motorsport. And my top pick after this is like neck and neck with this one, but this game looks absolutely stunning. I do realize that this is all PC footage, but I cannot wait to play this. They're doing new tire treads, thankfully. The time of day is going to affect how you drive. It's built from the ground up. They have a whole year in review post about what they're trying to accomplish here. They're going to do multiplayer race weekends. There's going to be open practice in multiplayer, qualification races, scheduled races. For those of you that like the sim stuff, there's going to be tire and fuel strategy. Multiplayer mode is going to be covered in a future Forza Motorsport Monthly. There's going to be a career mode that will be covered in a Forza Monthly. Some of the physics that a lot of people have been talking about, like, look, the fact that they have 3 different tire treads, to me, I feel like Gran Turismo's had that for years, so thank goodness that they finally got that. But they advertise 48 times the physics fidelity, whatever that means. But they are saying that each of the tires are going to have 8 points of contact, meaning how you drive is going to be very, very important, right? So they check those points 6 times the frequency per tire. So all of those things, the tire tread, how the time of day is going to affect your driving, the fact that they have these 8 points of contact per tire that they're going to be checking, they say it's the best driving experience we've ever had. There's also improvements to the suspension and weight modeling. I talked about the real time of day. They've confirmed that yes, they are going to have ray tracing during gameplay. I have said multiple times, ray tracing is a buzzword, and I might turn that off. Forza, look at Forza Horizon. It doesn't have ray tracing during gameplay. You know who cared? Nobody cared. Gran Turismo 7 didn't have ray tracing during gameplay, and only because people were lied to, they cared. But I think if they just didn't mention that, it would have been totally fine. So yeah. Oh, and the really important thing we didn't even talk about, the damage models of the cars. The cars are going to be able to get destroyed, and that is going to have an effect, I imagine, on how you drive the car. They have 2 new original tracks coming. There's more on the way. They've shown 37 cars, and there's a ton of new cars coming for this game. I cannot wait to play Forza Motorsport. My top pick, though, is going to be one that might surprise you. And I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this. It's Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. And I think part of the reason people aren't talking about it is because I don't think you get a good idea of what gameplay is going to be based off of this trailer. People are sleeping on this one. This is being produced by a former Bloodborne producer and the Neo producer. Masaki Yamagiwa, he was the lead producer on Bloodborne, and Fumihiko Yashuda, he worked on Neo. Both of those people are working together to create this game by Team Ninja, by the way. And it's a mix of supernatural and spiritual elements. They're going to be using swordplay based on the Chinese martial arts. It's going to be a mix of soul games and action, trying to stand out as an action RPG. And then, what else did they say? They're going to have a system reminiscent of the Nemesis system in Shadow of Mordor. That seems to be what they alluded to. Killing or dying is going to have an impact on how strong the main character and enemies are. And combat speed is going to be increased over Neo. So expect a Souls-like game. A few other notes. It's set during the Yellow Turban Rebellion. It's going to have a multiplayer component and co-op similar to Neo's. But I do think that they need to do a better job of conveying whatever this game is going to be. I'm really, really excited about Wo Long. And I think you should be too. And for some reason, I forgot to bring up the trailer for the next one, but I think we need to talk about it. So I'm gonna just bring up the old trailer and not the new one really quick. Basically, one of the games that I think everybody should be talking about is Stalker 2. And as a note, Stalker 2 is coming to Xbox Game Pass, and it looks crazy. We did see a new trailer about the opening minutes, but if you think back, the game looks just so great. I can't wait to explore this world, figure out what's going on, and I was surprised by the 2023 release date. I believe they confirmed that during the extended state of play, but they did talk about the challenges that they're having as a studio. So Stalker 2, don't sleep on this one. I know it's been sort of majorly affected by the war, I should say. So that's unfortunate, but don't forget that this is coming to Game Pass, which is nuts. And by the way, all the games I mentioned were listed as Game Pass games. So we always start with the Game Pass games, but let's talk about a few general games that are just coming to multiple platforms, including the Dead Space remake trailer. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a huge Dead Space fan. That is coming on January 27th, 2023. The remake looks really, really good, and they're going to have a few new surprises for us. In addition to that, we also have, so that one's January 27th. That's at the top of the year. Then we also have, just a remake of one of the best shooters ever. So another remake, Resident Evil 4. That is coming on March 24th, 2023. And I am all about playing Resident Evil 4 again with actually decent controls. Do not go play the old game right now. I highly recommend that you just wait for the remake because, man, it's going to be scary, and I cannot wait to try it out. And then my final entry, and I'm rushing a little bit because I gotta go do a thing. So the final entry that don't sleep on this, Diablo 4. Look, I've been playing a lot of Immortal. I haven't spent a single cent, but it has gotten me very, very excited for what a proper Diablo is going to have in store for us. So Diablo 4, very, very excited about it. And we got this huge extended showcase at the last thing. So I was surprised by the 2023 release date, and I think it's going to be earlier than we expect. So those are my picks, and those are some of the games that you can look forward to in 2023 for Xbox. I am stoked. Let me know what you think. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos and want to become a member, memberships are turned on. You just click that join button. It's right there. Come on, Arrow. Animate on. Thank you so much to all the members who support this channel. If you want to become a subscriber, you can subscribe and you're just going to know when all of my videos post. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when that happens. And I really got to get out of here. So I'll see you for the next one. Thank you, everybody. Let me know what game you are stoked for because there's a lot to be excited about. Bye for now.